We tracked more than 2,000 games released for the Switch this year. Out of all of these, we want to highlight the 10 games that received the highest critic and gamer reviews, presenting the 10 best Nintendo Switch games of 2023. In 10th place is Disney's attempt at a Metroidvania. Illusion Island is oddly reminiscent of Hollow Knight or Metroid Dread, but it's no mere imitation. It's a theme park ride of bite-sized adventures alongside Mickey Mouse and friends. Designed for young players, seasoned platformers will not find a challenging experience here. This gentler approach played it safe on the genre's mechanics. Still, first-time players will find a tough time navigating around its topsy-turvy levels. It has a play score of 8.4. This latest Fire Emblem game doesn't share the commercial or critical successes of its predecessor, but it shines on its own. Fire Emblem Engage is a different game. It lacks the captivating narrative, the memorable characters, and the social elements of Three Houses. Where it did well is significantly improving upon the series' combat mechanics. The strategic gameplay makes for intense turn-based battles. It's also the most accessible Fire Emblem game, and newcomers can pick it up without having to worry about the old titles. It receives a play score of 8.5. Nintendo couldn't miss the chance to revisit their gobbly pink mascot. Rising from the ashes of the Wii, this return remakes Kirby's voracious journey for the Switch. Dreamland Deluxe is not a complete overhaul of the original. It adds a handful of content, including 2 new abilities to aid Kirby and Friends' quest. For fans looking for a fresher experience, the new story mode adds a dimensional twist as well. Like the OG, what makes Dreamland great is not the side-scrolling wonder. It's the option to play with up to 4 friends in local co-op. Nothing beats working together using Kirby's boundless appetite. It gets a play score of 8.8. And we have another remake from the vaults of Nintendo's archives with this long-forgotten classic. Reboot Camp keeps the heart and soul of its addictive tactics gameplay with much-needed modern tweaks to make it fun for new players. Most of the game largely remains untouched, aside from its visuals and music. After all, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. While it remains a niche game, old and new fans will enjoy its breadth of strategic brilliance in both local and online plays. A play score of 8.9. Octopath Traveler 2 is a great example of how sequels should be. It improves on the shortcomings of the first game. It comes with quality of life changes, better writing and dialogue, and it tones down that JRPG grind. The healthy balance between its many characters was well received by both critics and gamers. It doesn't feel bloated even with the 8 protagonists taking the limelight, but it's far from perfect. The game's turn-based gameplay can get monotonous at times. Not much is changed during combat, but getting past this tedium has always been the spirit of classic JRPGs. At least the music can keep us pumping. It has a play score of 8.9. In online discussions around Nintendo's underrated franchises, Pikmin has always been cited along with F-Zero. Pikmin 4 breathes new life into the franchise that was starting to feel lost to time, is how Kara of Tech Radar describes this new installment. As Shigeru Miyamoto's passion project, Pikmin continues to evolve to cater to old and new audiences. Pikmin 4 is the coziest version to date. The game's complexity has been toned down. It's easier to get into without feeling too coddled, and it's jam-packed with content. It's a shame that co-op didn't click. It could have ranked higher. Pikmin 4 has a play score of 9.1. The final bar line is the definitive edition of Square Enix's repository of Final Fantasy music. It has over 300 songs from Final Fantasy 1 to 16, as well as a handful of extras from other games and spin-offs. This is a great rhythm game to play on the Switch, and is perfect for fans of the long-running series. And if you're just into amazing JRPG music, you'll find this enjoyable too. Most critics praise its selection of tracks. It's a living, breathing museum to everything that made Final Fantasy and JRPGs great, according to Way Too Many Games' Oliver Shelding. It has a play score of 9.1.
Onward and upward.
There's always room for Nintendo's poster boy in the top 3, and this wonder of a platformer shakes the traditional Super Mario concept into something different yet familiar. There's still a lot of jumping to do. The addition of the Wonder Flower adds new twists and turns to Mario and company's journey. Whether it's by transforming Mario into a huge elephant or changing the level in its entirety, this unpredictability makes the adventure unique compared to its predecessors. The reinvention of its platforming formula is admired by both critics and gamers. They just can't get enough of its trippy and tricky wow factor. It receives a play score of 9.4. Samus' first-person journey was a treat for Metroid fans back in 2002. With Metroid Prime Remastered, even more players could experience one of the best Metroid games ever made on the Switch. The jump from 2D to 3D was an ambitious feat back then, so critics can't help but praise its graphics. Not only is it a major upgrade from its original, much of its visuals are preserved, but with added details to make Samus's journey across Talon 4 more immersive. Gameplay remains unchanged, but Metroid Prime Remastered runs at a stable 60 frames for smoother traversal throughout its dangerous biomes. It's a timeless game made better with this version, and it receives a play score of 9.5. And the best Nintendo Switch game of 2023 is none other than the GOAT. Tears of the Kingdom expands on all the things great about Breath of the Wild. With it comes a massive open world that doesn't just limit itself to land, but the skies and depths too. Not only is it bigger, the new tools Link has is a huge improvement. The Ultra Hand is useful for crafting weapons of mass destruction or satisfying puzzle solutions. Both gamers and critics adored this edition, which resulted in numerous perfect scores. It is recommended for Switch users to get both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, two hallmarks of Nintendo's modern Zelda lineup, and there's sure to be more in the way. It's the best of 2023 with a really high play score of 9.7.